with Bob Fish, Cali's National Sales Director. And Bob, you just got back from Surfaces in Vegas where you presented a bunch of new Cali products. One of those new collections was our GeoWood Oak collection, 7 new styles. So how did you present this new product?
Biggest thing we start with is truly just the visual. Our visual on our GeoWood oaks are beautiful. We started with our 4 bamboo SKUs in the fall because bamboo is our legacy and our heritage, but moving to the 7¼ inch wide and 72 inch big long board in the European white oak just created a beautiful visual that dealers fell in love with. You accompany that with the 2mm IXP attached cushion on the back for sound abatement as well as comfort underfoot, and they became to get really engaged in the process as far as touching, feeling, scratching, rubbing the product. The biggest differentiator, and I think the biggest thing that's going to help us win in this game for Cali, is the Euro Sawn face. This is a cut that really emphasizes the definition and separation in the graining. When you compare that to rotary peeled products, which tend to be predominant in this space, our graining, our finish is elegant, exquisite, and people just love it. They love it. They see it on the floor. We had planks put together. Tom Hume and I actually put the boards together, so that was my first official wood floor that I've ever installed.
Really?
I didn't do it as fast as you did, but you know what?
That's right.
It went together very,
We'll have
very
to include
easy.
the time-lapse video in this. So I am not a professional installer, and it took a little bit of practice, but it is very easy to pop into place.
Oh, absolutely,
you know.
absolutely. And when we started talking about some of the back-end savings and installation cost savings that dealers have with this product category, because you can install it 30% faster, they then get to make a fun but difficult decision. If it's a consumer that's difficult that they're working with, maybe they charge them wood rates because it's real wood.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, technically it is.
If it's somebody that deserves the friends and family discount, they can charge them vinyl rates because it's the same locking system as our Cali Vinyl Pro, which is very fast, very easy, and super efficient to put down.
So easy to install, partly because of that really rapid click locking system, and then also just because of the size of the planks too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there are no short boards. Every board in every box is going to be 72 inches long. It's big.
I think we have one right over
Yeah,
there,
we've got a board over here, and the other thing that's super fun and super clever from the marketing department is when consumers see a board this size, not only is it beautiful, it's impressive. And so the displays that we have in the dealer channel, the actual closet door that are going to hold the checkout display or checkout samples is going to be a real board. So when consumers can see big, beautiful planks, they fall in love with it even faster.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the species that we went with?
Sure, we've got responsibly harvested European white oak, and we use European white oak for a reason. There's not as much knotting, mineral streaks, or wind shake in European white oak as compared to North American white oak. So that little bit of subtlety when it comes to all the caricatures on the floor just make a more elegant product. And I think people like pretty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it holds a stain really well. So this is all European white oak, but we're able to like pull out different kind of visual interest.
Exactly.
The wire brushing and the reactive staining, and it's just all kinds of beautiful stuff going on.
Right, and it's 7 distinct visuals, so that no matter where somebody's located or what is going to be surrounding the floor, there'll be a gorgeous color that's going to enhance, it's going to turn their house into a home. The biggest thing it's going to do is help the consumer create neighbor envy.
Yeah,
Every time somebody does something new to their house, they want to create neighbor envy. Cali creates neighbor envy for those folks. As far as the actual details and specifics of the product, you know, Ben did a great job as far as training up the team, but that 1.2 mil veneer on top is there for a reason. We specifically use 1.2 mil veneer as opposed to something thicker because the way it's adhered to the SPC core, the wood can't move, it can't go anywhere. So that's what makes it moisture impervious. It won't split, it won't delaminate, it won't crack. That small of a veneer, that tight of adhesion to the core is what makes it a super high durable product for active families, kitchens, laundry rooms, bathrooms, mud rooms, pet areas. It's a wonderful product because I'm convinced a lot of consumers have settled on plastic because of concerns about performance, but now they can have the wood that they want, the aesthetics of wood, the visuals of wood, the feel of wood, and yet still get the performance they need.
Yeah. And speaking of waterproof wood flooring. So that
Right.
was the big thing that we've been seeing from lots of different flooring providers and all across surfaces, waterproof wood flooring. Talk to me a little bit about that messaging.
As an industry, we have a tendency to kind of overpromise and set expectations unrealistic for consumers, and then we wonder why folks are disappointed with their performance. The Cali products have a lifestyle warranty. It's real wood, it's organic, it's porous. Even though it's coated with aluminum oxide, you're still going to have characteristics of wood. Our competition's out there with a slogan that says real, period, waterproof, period, wood, period. And those periods are there for legal reasons, because it separates each statement, and if you read the fine print, our warranty is as aggressive and comprehensive as their warranty. But the perception, because of the consumer seeing waterproof wood, is, hey, waterproof wood.
Yeah.
Our fear as a company is people equate waterproof to impervious to changing color. All right, you can throw our planks in a pool for a week or a month. They will not lose any of their dimensional integrity and
we
stability.
have, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done it. And so from that standpoint, it is waterproof because it's a waterproof core. But if you spill red wine and leave it for 2 weeks, it's wood. It's going to discolor. And that consumer tying together waterproof with impervious to color change because of vinyl and the plastic floors that are out there, it just makes me nervous, and it's my team's job to make sure that the RSAs are coached up and they explain the difference. As long as the consumer understands, they're going to buy a beautiful floor that's going to perform better than any wood they ever imagined, and they're going to love it. They're just going to love it.
And they're gonna love us more if we're more authentic and honest with them.
Exactly.
So it's all, that's what we're going for, is just being genuine and authentic.
Some of the other little Cali differences, just like there's intention behind that 1.2 mil veneer on the face. The product team made sure that the companion core matches with the face of the product.
Yeah.
So if it's one of our lighter products, it's going to have the lighter companion core. If it's medium, it's going to have one of the medium shade companion cores. And if it's one of the darker colors, it's going to have one of the darker companion cores. And again, it's all well thought out and intentional behind that, so that way, if there happens to be a little separation in the plank or something, there's some movement, if the core doesn't match, it's going to stand out like a sore thumb. But since it does match, it's going to look great, and it's going to perform beautifully.
Makes your seams seamless.
Exactly.
And that's a new feature that we just threw in there. What about the finish? Because you can put these floors in bathrooms and kitchens and below grade and basements and stuff, but what about pets, kids?
This is coated with 7 layers of aluminum oxide. Aluminum oxide is one of those substances they put on the outside of the space shuttle to protect it. So you can imagine how well this is protected on a floor, because it's not going through the ozone layer, right? It just has to stand up to an active family.
Yes.
So those 7 layers make it scratch resistant, scuff resistant, and help protect the overall beauty of the product. Yeah, a couple critical things people need to know, and I'm sure they're waiting. Number one is price. So the other differentiating factor in GeoWood is we are very competitive, very, very competitive. So contact your territory manager, firm up your price, and at the same time, go ahead and get your display order in the system, okay? Not only are the products beautiful, high performance, and you generate a lot of revenue, new revenue for you and your store, we are going to execute our display programs and be ready to ship by the 2nd week of March.
So again, if there's anything you need, photos, samples, pricing, displays, go ahead and contact your Cali territory manager.